yesterday we had met some friends. Bye.
Yeah, I forgot.
Bye, friend. Stop. You can stop waving now. Bye, guys.
You guys are gonna meet friends everywhere you go, aren't you?
Yeah.
This is our very first stop ever with the trailer as a family traveling at a gas station. So we're fixing to go pick up our mail.
I'm gonna try to pull over before it or after.
Before.
Yeah, right here.
Or after.
Yeah.
Right here. It looks
think
good.
right here.
Yeah.
Are we still going to get mail? I'm getting mail.
Okay.
Yes, baby. We're gonna go get mail. So here we are. We just pulled off the side of the highway because there's no turnaround inside the RV mail place. So this is our first time getting mail. Here we go. We don't know how good idea this is, but our campground is still like an hour away, and we kind of made it so that we could stop by here and get our mail. This is how most RVers can provide a physical address when they don't have one. It's a great place to order stuff that you need when you're traveling, and if you're close by, just drive by, pick it up, and be on your way. She said, got a lot of packages. I'm like, yep, I brought a cart.
If I can get your autograph there. You want me to start these in here?
I'll get them. Well, that felt like a bit of a hurried dash. It's weird that they don't have a little roundabout so that you can just go in and, you know, take a little roundabout inside. There's enough space in that parking lot, but that's okay. We'll see how often we'll do this. This is the first time we've ever done it. Usually we're parked close enough that we just camp nearby and then drive in. But we wanted to go a little further this time, up in Alabama, and camp over there at a national forest park. So, you know, we're about an hour away, and we'll see how that's like. It's a first come, first served park. So yeah, we're pretty stoked. It's very, very inexpensive. It's like $12 a day or something like that with electric.
Go down there.
No.
I'm not going down.
So we're supposed to go down that road. I don't think so, not even with four-wheel drive. Wildlife management area, no horses. How about 30-foot trailers? Are you nuts?
Go in, go in. We can't go in, baby. We'll have to find a different park.
Why?
Because we can't fit in there, baby.
Yeah.
We can't find the park. I don't know. We can't find it. It's not here.
Well, we were just given an unmarked road to turn down into by Google, and we have no signal, so we have no way to reroute. So we're going back to the highway we were on, keeping on going until we get a signal and we can get some directions. The adventure begins for today. Google sometimes tries to shove you in through some fire road because it's like 0.1 mile faster, so you got to really keep aware of that kind of stuff. And so what we did was just basically pull back a little bit and just found our own route around. So Google often tries to shove you in through some, oh, there it is, right there. It looks like there's this little pond called, obviously, open pond. The road goes all the way around it. Yeah, the big issue with us right now is that we have no signal, so we have no way to say hello to anybody. What a gem this place looks like. What's its dark secret? There's like 4 loops total. One for boondocking. This is electric water. It's gonna come down to whether we have signal. Well, we passed the test. My phone had no service. Brian has an iPhone. He had 1X.
Yeah.
We turned on the WeBoost and it took about 2 minutes. And I have 2 bars 4G and Brian has 3 bars 4G. So, WeBoost saves the day again. This is the view from our front door. The kids are already wondering if there's a beach, and there's a fishing pier.
It's a blast. That's what it is.
Well, it could be. We'll see what this holds. The sites that are away from the pond are really cool. They are so nooky and just awesome, surrounded by the forest. It's like you're in the canopy. They're really cozy. But then you come right by the water and you're like, okay, we'll hang here. Why don't you come over here?
Can I do the tour?
Yes,
much?
baby. I'm trying to position myself so that we can show the people. You're kind of turning your back on them. See? Say hi.
Hi.
So these are one of the things we picked up. They're called X chocks. So it's a different way to chock your wheel that's supposed to really lock them from rocking back and forth, and it's supposed to help the stability of the trailer because it rocks a little bit. I got my little helper over here because he's going bananas, making sure that
Pushed me right out of the way.
yeah. Let me make sure that it's going in the right direction. Oi! No, hold on. Here, let me start it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. Now do it. And it's probably because it's new. Oh, baby. Here, let Papa do it real quick. Okay, now you can
tighten
do
it
it.
up. Good job. And then you do it until what? Your tire pops?
Until Axel can't push anymore.
Okay, I don't think you can pop our tire.
He's my human torque wrench. What do you think, buddy?
Good.
Okay. I think we're good.
This is not wanting to come up.
No? Like that?
Now we can go inside and jump like monkeys and see how stable it is.
Well, I'm going to put the other one on the other side, too.
Oh.
Yeah, you want to do it? I'll hold it. My human torque wrench. All right.
You're probably still fine even if it is.
What do you think, Mr. Torque? Is that good?
Yeah.
Gently, yeah. There you go. Ta-da! So what do you guys think of this park? It was an adventure coming in. That's happened to us a few times. The most adventurous time was in Texas, in no man's land. That's what we call the stretch from San Antonio to El Paso. It's like over 500 miles with hardly anything. Yeah, one time the park we planned to go to was closed for renovations, so we had to keep on going and going and going and going. So we didn't get to the next park till like 7:30 at night. So it was dark, and Google did one of these things to us. And that's when we learned that when Google tries to route you in the wrong direction and you have no cell service, because that's the bad part, right? If you have cell service, you can always reroute. We learned the hard way that you don't try to reroute your phone, because the map goes away and then you can't get it back without cell service. But if you leave the map alone, you can actually zoom in and look at all the streets around it and then navigate that way. So this time something similar happened. You could probably hear the excitement or stress in our voice. We're like, okay, what do we do? We grabbed the phone and we zoomed in and we looked the way around, and you know, you still have your destination spot. You try to navigate to there through more visible roads, and usually it works out. We've never not have it worked out. So yeah, major tip that we learned the very hard way. If you're persistent, you end up in a little paradise lake like this one. We'll see how long we're here for. We wanted to do a few projects, or at least one major project. Stores are only half an hour away, so we're looking really good here. Since it's sort of pertinent information, what saved us this time around and allowed us to stay here is our cell phone booster. There's several manufacturers that make these things. Ours is called WeBoost, and it has an antenna, a computer, and an inside antenna. What it does is basically transmits the signal for you to the tower, and then the computer retransmits the signal to the little antenna. That way it can transmit to the tower at a higher power. Because it's the same frequency, the lights in front of the booster are a little confusing, and it confused us for a very long time, and WeBoost didn't do a really good job on communicating to people exactly what those lights meant. It's like a $400 system, and the box doesn't have a lot of instructions as far as what all these things mean. Clearly, if they're all green, you're golden, right? But if they're red, green, flashing, it means that there's a little crosstalk between the inside antenna and the outside antenna, but you still have service. Outside, like we were saying, I have no service, and Brian has 1X. And when we turn the WeBoost on, even at degraded service like it has right now with the red green, I get 2 bars 4G. It allows us to watch Netflix, the whole bit. So yeah, WeBoost saves the day. And when it comes to camping in places like this, it's almost better to be without power than without service, because with us being able to tell the stories, keeping in touch with family, Brian needs it for his store, you know, all that stuff. You know, today's world without Wi-Fi, you're kind of in dire straits, right? And that's the little system that we use when we come to places like this. We get to enjoy them because if not, we would have had to leave.
He's got wings and he's got this really pretty color.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he was doing on our RV. See, look, he just pulled it out.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Woo.
That's cool.
That's just like the cicada husk that you have, baby.
Who knows his powers? No.
Dad, can I
Be a
keep?
mayfly.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool to see him come out of the shell.
Yeah.
Can I keep that?
It's not as pretty as your cicada.
Cicada husk. It's probably going to try to take flight in a little bit. If you watch it, it's going to take flight in just a little bit. I bet it's stretching its wings. It kind of looks like a mayfly if I were to take a guess.
It flew. It flew.
It flew away.
It opened its wings and went phew.
Oh, that's
Flying
cool.
up in the air. Wow.
Well, you know what they say. There are no kingdoms without rulers. Are you ready for change? We could be kings and queens every day. On the low, we are brave. Yes, even braver than the bravest.
What are you doing there?
Making my own 2 cent for Dad.
You think he's thirsty?
I need to.
Be kings and queens every day. You've been trying to find your crown. Happy camper through the ups and downs. Keeping calm, winning ground. Let's build castles now.
They're waving at Papa over there. Papa decided to walk all the way around the pond. I keep wanting to call it a lake, and Axel corrects me. That's the kids' excitement right now. Papa needed to exercise. I'm gonna let you paint with your finger, okay?
I want 6 colors. Dad, now I want green next to purple.
Emma, you want some green?
Yeah, green. This is gonna be fun. I'm gonna do whoop, 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 whoop. Papa's back. Papa. Pink now.
Axel, put pink, please.
Alright.
Pink, pink next, please. Yeah,
Look at
something
these
like that.
flowers, Dad, that Papa got me.
Oh wow, those are very pretty. Those are pretty flowers.
The camera.
Yeah, whatever color you want.
The next one will be blue. No, have the same color I have. No.
Well, I don't know what color that is. Dark green?
Hey, it looks like teal. See, this is teal.
Mm-hmm.
This is how I wipe off my paintbrush. But that's how I wipe off my finger too.
Well, you know what they say. There are no kingdoms without rulers. Are you ready for change? We could be kings and queens every day. On the low, we are brave. Yes, even braver than the bravest.
Wow, this is a really nice treat. Even the kids can notice them now. Hundreds and hundreds of bats just flying over the lake. And because it's twilight, they can be seen so clearly. You guys see them?
Yes, yes, yes.
We should be kings and queens every day. We should be kings and queens every day. When the crowd is calling our names and the storm is one with our game, we just keep burning the flame. You are one of us. We come. What of a mate would join forces today? Oh no, half isn't enough. Let's build castles now.
Yeah, Papa, look at that fish they caught.
That might be a lure. That's not a fish.
A lure.
Yes.
Well, look, I see half a red dot and that's a real fish.
I see it. It looks like a fish. It's called a lure. It's to lure other fish to bite the hook.